Here it is.
What?
I hate it so much. I hate it so much. I would have watered for this level 1 because it's just so... He's leashing enemy raptors? What a Chad. Is he going to gank mid as well? Is this the strat? What is... They're not lane swapping, but he's jungling with him. Honor Adam. If he doesn't get Kia Player of the Game for this, I don't know what you need to do. Is he gonna... There's no way he does Krugs as well, right? Over the wall, Vi takes... No.
Yeah.
He's gonna back away. No,
He's got TP.
I refuse to believe... He's giving up the first 3 minions, Dracos. Look at him! What is going on? Is he gonna dive bot?
Are they gonna dive bot?
What is going on? This is another level, man! I would be so... Ebby's like, where's Sion, guys? He's 1 versus 0 in a competitive game. He's gonna dive bot, Dracos. There's no way. The Q!
Oh, they see him.
Ebby has the TP bot, right? You have the TP bot?
If they force Ebby to TP bot,
and then he
it
can
all falls
TP
apart.
top and get the wave.
Like,
And then he got the reversal. Then
it's
TP's
bad.
bad.
And then Adam TP's top. And
then he just touches the wave.
No, but Mercy can stop it. Mercy can stop it. Hook him. Oh, the heist failed.
In week 1 of the 2023 LEC Spring Split, Adam of Team BDS first showcased a unique level 1 Sion strategy in their game against Team Heretics. While the strategy didn't go according to plan this game, several teams picked it up in the upcoming months, including BLG, JDG, and T1 at MSI. So what makes this strategy so appealing, and how does it work? The purpose of this strategy is to get your bot lane ahead. Sion is a tank that can find success with limited resources, so Sion sacks the first few waves to prepare for a dive bot lane, and then TPs back top. Sion loses a couple waves of minions to ensure that the enemy ADC will also lose a couple waves of minions. This is seen as a winning trade if getting bot ahead is massively important. And at MSI, the meta shifted towards protect the ADC compositions, with Aphelios, Jinx, and Zeri being played in a vast majority of games. Therefore, tanks such as Nautilus mid and Sion top would help complement this playstyle. And to take this playstyle one step further, teams adopted the level 1 Sion strat, so superstar ADCs like Gumayushi, Elk, and Ruler can be accelerated enough to carry their teams. Let's now take a look at how it works. This strategy is nearly always seen on red side, with Sion and his junglers starting at the enemy raptors. They clear raptors into red into Krugs, and then prepare for the dive. In the meantime, red side's bot lane is shoving the first 2 waves in order to crash the second wave around 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Thus, it is important to draft a pushing bot lane, preferably against an ADC with weak early game wave clear. In this game, Jinx has the push over Ezreal, since Jinx can AoE the wave, while Ezreal can only chip at the wave with Q. In fact, in all our examples that we will see, red team's ADC is always Jinx. The wave is about to crash, and the dive begins. Let's now take a look at how the dive is executed. The dive begins with Sion taking aggro in order to int and utilize his passive. Despite falling as first blood, this is a winning maneuver because Sion's passive offers insane DPS to kill both the ADC and support. Sion then quickly respawns and then TPs top, catching a good chunk of the first 2 waves. Now, let's take a look at some ways teams have responded to the level 1 Sion strategy. One way of dealing with it is to have your junglers solo start wolves and then immediately walk bot lane to prevent the dive. In game 2 of T1 vs BLG, Owner on Maokai starts at wolves while BLG starts at raptors. T1 knows that this is happening, so Aphelios and Nautilus walk back into the jungle and leash red buff to make it impossible for BLG to do red. As you can see, the red buff is only walking towards Aphelios. and Sion and Kindred skip red and go directly to Krugs. This whole time, Jinx is burning through her mana to crash the first wave. Maokai arrives, but by now, BLG have essentially finished Krugs and the first wave is gone. Jinx continues to shove the second wave, and BLG looks to deny the second wave as well. However, BLG cannot deny Aphelios any further because Jace is on his way down. If BLG could, they would deny Aphelios to oblivion. Aphelios is then escorted to collect his first minion, which is the last ranged minion of the second wave. While Aphelios only got 1 out of 12 creeps in the first 2 waves, the loss for Aphelios is not as bad when compared to a full dive. On the other hand, Kennen accrues a massive CS lead, only to throw it away after committing a massive blunder. Another way of dealing with the level 1 Sion strat is to contest the invade. In Game 3 of Gen G vs BLG, Kindred starts at Krugs, with Ornn also present to fend off the dive. Gen G is ready for a 4v4 skirmish if necessary. BLG do the usual Raptors to red buff path, while Gen G camp idly by in the Krug bush. Blitz hooks the big Krug in an attempt to deny Gen G everything, but Kindred gets a smite secure and gets level 2 from the camp. Since both ADCs were present in the jungle, no lead was garnered by Jinx. Both Ornn and Sion then proceed to back and TP top. However, Vi gets to vertical jungle on the bot side of the map, always being in the vicinity for a possible dive bot. Indeed, Vi is spotted threatening a dive bot, forcing Kindred to inefficiently path back bot. This threat alone zones Aphelios off the wave. Similar to the last example in T1 vs BLG, Vi can sit here and zone Aphelios to oblivion, so Kindred is called to bail out his bot lane. Both junglers agree to leave when the wave is almost all gone. Kindred eventually gets 3 buffed by Vi, as Vi picks up her own red buff. Both of these counter strategies prevented the full dive, but still led to small leads for red team's ADC or jungler in exchange for blue team's top laner. What do you think of the level 1 Sion strat and the ways to counter it? Can you think of a better counter strategy? Let me know in the comments. If you like analytical content like this, please hit the like and subscribe button for more. See you in the next video.